Hello everybody, hi, I'm the Collector and welcome to my collection. Thanks for taking the time to stop by and view it today. Before I go ahead and show it to you, let me offer up a brief overview of my collection so you know what you're going to see in this video. My collection breaks down to three types of collectible items. I collect action figures, die-cast cars, and sports cards, and I have a lot of each. With regard to the action figures, I collect my action figures mint in a mint package or as close to mint as I can find them. I collect all scales and all types, from 3 3/4 inch to 6 inch to 12 inch figures. I have regular figures in my collection, online exclusives, store exclusives, convention figures, chase figures, variations. I have a large sports figure collection that spans all four sports, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and it consists primarily of the modern day McFarlane Sports Pick 6 inch figure, as well as what's left of today's sports figure market, the imported Dragon Figs, as well as the Pioneer brand, the one that started it all, the Hasbro Kenner starting line of figures that were popular back in the 80s and 90s. I have all three of those in my sports figure collection. I also collect, in addition to sports figures, Star Wars figures, Marvel Legends and DC figures, movie and TV figures. I have Master Universe and G.I. Joe in my collection. I have an entire category of action figures that I just call miscellaneous. And I also have what many of you are collecting today, the Funko Pops. The die-cast collection falls along the same lines as action figures. I collect my cards mint in mint package, or as close to mint as I can find them. I have all scales and all types, primarily 1 in 64 scale, but also 1 in 43s, and some of the bigger 1 in 24 cards in the boxes. And I have all kinds. Regular cards, store exclusives, online exclusives, convention cards, lots of chase cards, variations. I do the four major brands, which are Hot Wheels, M2 machines, Johnny Lightning and Greenlight machines, as well as the minor brands like Auto World, Matchbox, Jetta, and Maisto. And finally, with the sports cards, they run along lines of the same as the sports figures, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. I collect my cards raw, mint, and ungraded, and I have cards from all years, all manufacturers, and pretty much all players. My sports card collection goes from 50s vintage baseball all the way through the decades to modern day Topps, Panini, and Upper Deck brands. Player selection is vast. I have commons boxes, binders full of minor and semi-stars, all the way through the biggest stars of both today and yesteryear. I own cards of Mickey Mantle, Michael Jordan, Ken Griffey Jr., LeBron James, Derek Jeter, Wayne Gretzky, Mike Trout, and most every player in between. And I collect all types of cards. I have base cards, rookie cards, parallels and inserts, serial number cards, game-used autographed jersey cards. I have all types of cards like that in my collection because I collect all types of cards like that. When it comes to any given player out there, more than likely I have either an action figure of the guy or a sports card of him. So without further ado, let's start taking a look at the collection here. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to take you through my collection room by room of my home. And as you will see, every room of my home has some collectible items in it except for my kitchen and 2 bathrooms. Also, I like to show you my collection the same way I would show it to you if you were coming to the front door of my home and visiting my home. And yes, over the years, I've had many, many people come visit my home just to see my ridiculous collection of stuff. I mean, they certainly weren't coming here to see my washer and dryer. You enter my home to the front door, and you are greeted with this display right here. And on this display, you will see 2 seemingly random Pez sets. And below that, you see 6 vinyl idols from the Seinfeld wave. In regard to the Pez sets up here, they were both given to me as gifts. That Star Wars collector set right there was given to me as a gift by my mother many, many years ago from Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember which one exactly. And then over here, this President of the United States Pez set was given to me as a gift by my cousin Dominic. And Don gave it to me for my collection, and I said, thank you so much, Don, but why the presidents? And he said, well, you're very up on politics and government and history, so I just thought an appropriate gift for your collection. So thank you so much for that, Don. And below that, you'll see the 6 vinyl idol Seinfeld figures. They're very cool, and when I saw them out there, I had to have them for my collection. I am a huge fan of the Seinfeld TV show. In fact, most of my family is. We constantly trade Seinfeld quotes and text messages and in conversations. And once again, when I saw them out there, I wanted them for my collection. In fact, with regard to Seinfeld action figures, there really isn't a whole lot out there. I don't believe that Funko ever did a series of Seinfeld pop figures, although I could be wrong on that. And I know NECA never did any kind of 6-inch figure for the Seinfeld series. So very limited in terms of action figures out there, Seinfeld, save for maybe some random bobbleheads over the course of the past 20 years or so. We're now standing in my living room. And for those of you who have been to my home and have seen my collection, right about now you're probably saying, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot more to see, which I guess is true. My front room houses my entire Funko Pops collection, as well as some other action figures from different manufacturers and other types of collectible items as well. My Funko collection kind of it runs along the lines of my whole action figure collection. It's a lot of sports figures, but it's also a lot of non-sports figures from movies, TV shows, comic books, etc. And I only have right now 162 Funkos in my collection, which I realize, comparatively speaking, is a small number. There's many, many Funko collectors out there whose collections number in the thousands. But I have 162 currently, and there's some other action figures and collectible items up here in my front room as well, and I'd like to show them to you. So we'll begin by taking a look at these 6 Pops right here. And these 6 Pops I want to start with are from the Funko Football Pops, and they are 6 quarterbacks issued as Toys R Us exclusives. Only came to the Toys R Us retail chain. And the way I have my Pops grouped is by series. And then for those who collect Pops, you know that Funko numbers our Pops. Just real quickly right here, you can see how they number them 11, 18 right there. So I group them by series and then by number. So what you're looking at here is the 6 quarterbacks in their retro or third jerseys, organized and grouped by series and numerically, running from, just to start again over here, Drew Brees at 11, Eli Manning 18, Tom Brady's number 39, Aaron Rodgers 43, Ben Roethlisberger 65, and Tony Romo 66. And that's kind of the way I have my entire action figure organized and laid out. Down here, below those, we can see a couple of GameStop exclusive Pops there from Rob Gronkowski and Cam Newton. And then moving over this way, this is the hockey wave of Pops. Again, for those who are in the know, you know that when Funkos first started doing the sports Pops, they began with football and hockey and then started doing basketball and later on baseball. Anyway, down here you see Henrik Lundqvist, Patrick Kane, and Jonathan Taves and Carey Price. And now you notice these 3 Pops right here of Taves, Price, and McDavid have them in their exclusive white jerseys and have a sticker on there with the red Canadian maple leaf on there. These Pops right here were a Canada retail exclusive. They were only available through the retail Canada chain of Grosvenor stores, which is a huge retail chain. 2, 3. On this display, I have more hockey and football Pops. And what you're seeing there is some of the Canada retail hockey ones that came through the Grosvenor retail chain there with the stickers on them. And then over here is a couple of Chase Pops of Sidney Crosby and Wayne Gretzky. And Chase Pops, Chase figures in general, are produced in far lesser quantities than regular figures. And there's some special tweak or something different about it that makes it a Chase. In this case, it's the insertion of the Stanley Cup in both packages. You can see it in there. Gretzky and Crosby come with the Stanley Cup. And Funko puts the Chase sticker right on the front of the package, letting you know it's a Chase figure you found. I obtained these Pops from my collection through my friend in Canada, whose name is Carm. And if I could just do a brief aside right here. I've been collecting stuff for nearly 22 years. And the truth of the matter is, I cannot have this massive collection of stuff that you're about to see without the help of so many, and I mean so many people through the years. The names and the faces are countless, but their contributions to my collection have been absolutely invaluable. And there's 4 gentlemen in particular I want to thank. I mentioned Carm with the hockey Funkos. Carm I've known for about 10 years now. And he lives in Canada in the Greater Toronto area. And if you collect hockey like I do, and you're a big hockey collector, and you don't live in Canada, it's not going to be long before you start to figure out that collecting hockey is going to be a challenge, and it's going to get very expensive. Just the cost of shipping one action figure from Canada to the States is a killer. And Carm has sent me so many hockey figures and so many other action figures and die casts and sport cards through the years that I can't thank the man enough for that. So thank you so much, Carm, for your contributions to my collection, sending me all the hockey figures you've sent me all these years. Next up on that list, I want to thank Mo. Mo's from Arizona, and I struck up an online collecting relationship with Mo way back in 2002 when I first really started collecting the sports figures heavy, and the sports pig market started to boom around then. And it started off with a simple trade. It was for a box set 2-pack, Brian Urlacher, Brett Favre 2-pack, and it just took off from there. And here we are almost 20 years later, and Mo is still my friend, and he's still my trading buddy, and I call Mo my brother from another mother because I love Mo. And thank you again, Mo, for all your contributions to my collection as well. Third on the list is JB. JB's from New Hampshire, and JB's last name might as well be Pritzker, because like the billionaire philanthropic family, JB's contributions to my collection, well, quite frankly, I should have an entire wing of my collection named after JB. I mean, he has sent me countless boxes of sports figures, die casts, sports cards over the years. I really can't thank enough of JB for all your contributions to my collection. Last but not least on that list is Chad. Chad's from Kansas. I call Chad Bad Chad. And like Chad, or like JB I should say, Chad should have an entire wing of my collection named after him. Because Chad has sent me so many boxes of stuff through the years. Sports cards, die cast, so many action figures. Chad's impact on my collection is along the lines of Mickey Mantle's impact on baseball. It's profound, quintessential, timeless. I don't have many regrets over the course of the past 12 months. But one of the regrets I do have dates back to last summer, because it was last summer that Chad decided to take a family vacation into my town with his family. So he was in town, and he came to my front door of my home and he knocked on it. But unfortunately, I wasn't there to answer it. I was off at a graduation party. So yes, I regret that I wasn't here to let Chad into my home and to show him this wonderful collection that he had such a big hand in helping to build. So thank you so much, Chad, for your contributions too. In addition, two local guys I wanted to thank are Kenny and Jason. Kenny and Jason are Star Wars collectors. They have just ridiculous Star Wars collections, and Jason collects other action figures as well. But over the past 20 years, those guys have hunted down for me so many hard-to-find Star Wars figures I wanted for my collection, as well as other kinds of hard-to-find action figures, chase figures, store exclusives, and whatnot. And they brought them right to my front door. And the arrangement was always just give me what I paid for it at the retail store, at the Walmart or Target, Toys R Us, so I found it, not $1 over retail. And if you find some things, can you get us back the same way? So thank you guys for all the figures you found for me over the years. And quite honestly, your guys' contributions to my collection, all 6 of you, have just been huge over the years. And huge is an understatement. So back to analyzing the collection here. So here we have some more football pops, some legends in here, some store exclusives. Coming up this way, you see up top here a few basketball, baseball. There's a Michael Jordan Target exclusive right there. Now this Joey Votto pop is kind of interesting. It's a stadium giveaway exclusive. Can only be obtained at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati on game day with paid admission ticket. So Funko produces a certain number of these. Let's just say, for example, it's 5,000. I don't really know how many because there's no numbering on here. But let's just say Funko produces 5,000 as Joey Votto. So the first 5,000 people through the gates on game day will be handed this Joey Votto. And then once all the Vottos are handed out, that's it. There's no more to hand out. And the only way to obtain this would be either in the secondary market or, maybe eBay or Craigslist or something, or a Funko trade group on Facebook. And that poses challenges, obviously, for collecting the figure. Number one, availability. And also, two, if you're a guy like me who collects mint and mint package, bear in mind, they're just handing you the Funko. You don't get to pick and choose your figure. Once again, they just hand you one. And I like to use the term, you don't get to pick the finest cherry from the bowl. You're just handed a Votto. And if you're a guy like me who collects your figures mint and mint package, that's going to pose certain challenges because you're hoping that the one they put in your hand is going to be in good shape, but oftentimes it's not. Oftentimes the one they put in your hand will have creases or dings in the plastic, or these top flaps are very susceptible to ripping, and so that kind of dampens it when they put one in your hand. It's in a beat-up box. This one, though, which, by the way, came to me via Mo from Arizona, so thank you, Mo, is in relatively good shape, pretty good shape. It only has a few minor flaws up here, but overall, it's pretty good. This display here is some of the pops I've collected from my favorite movies. What you're looking at there is Die Hard pops, because I love Die Hard. Pet Cemetery, classic 80s horror film. Huge fan of the film Trading Places. You got Tommy Boy there. Coming up on Rudy. Making our way to the top, we got the Office Space Funkos. Because like Die Hard, I'm a huge fan of the Office Space film. And that one you're looking at right there, the two-pack of Michael Bolton and Samir, that's a 2019 Spring Convention exclusive. Only available at the Spring Convention back last spring, 2019. Don't remember what city it was in. And a small number of those pieces were also available in various retail outlets after the convention was over. Funko posted a list online of which Funkos will be available in which retail stores, and then you go out and you hunt them down. That one you're looking at there, I got that one at Target on a Sunday morning, and they had about 4 or 5 in stock on the shelf. And I got to pick out the one, at that point, the finest cherry from the bowl, unlike the Votto. And so I grabbed that one. And yeah, these are just some of the pops from my favorite movies. Down here on the display, I have all different kinds of pops we're going to see, from comic books to TV and movies and Star Wars. What you're looking at there is a Juggernaut and Joker Batman pops, and those are store and convention exclusives, as well as a Freddy and Jason and the 8-bit Freddy and Jason GameStop exclusive pops down there. Coming across this way, we're going to start seeing some Aliens pops. I'm a huge fan of the Alien film franchise, as well as some Star Wars convention exclusive pops in here. Moving on to the right here, seeing Westworld pops. Yes, I'm a pretty big fan of the HBO show Westworld. And then above the Westworld pops, you're also going to start seeing some pops from the film The Shining. I've loved for many years now the Stanley Kubrick film The Shining. And right there, we're focusing on, or at least showing, the Jack Torrance Chase pop. And thank you, by the way, Ryan, for hooking me up with that pop right there, that Jack Torrance Chase one. Here we have some pops from the Preacher wave of Funko Pops, based off the hit TV show Preacher, which I was a fan of. There you're looking at the Jesse Custer GameStop exclusive. Next to him is the Arseface. And below the Arseface here, you'll see a Bloody Cassidy Hot Topic exclusive figure with Cassidy doused in blood. Kind of a very cool looking figure there. Moving the camera this way, you'll see some of my Chase figures over here. Don't have very many Funko Chase figures in my collection, simply because they're very difficult to find, as you know. In order to find the Chase figures you see there, you have to either get to the stores early, like when they first open, when the Hot Topic, the GameStop, the Target first opens, you have to get there to have a shot at the Chase figures, or develop very tight relationships with the store employees, where if they know you're after a certain figure or a certain line, they'll hold back the figures, even the Chases. There you're looking at the gold Batman Chase from the GameStop Black Friday Funko mystery boxes, as well as a Space Cadet Chase and a Superman Chase right there. Unfortunately, the sticker is kind of peeling off a little bit. And then moving the camera this way, a couple more Chases I have from the DC Comics Bombshell series, the Wonder Woman and the Catwoman. Kind of cool. But once again, don't have a whole lot of Chases in my collection. And then moving back this way. And then down here, I got some of my Star Wars exclusive pops. What you're seeing is a Walmart exclusive Imperial Death Trooper in the chrome finish. And moving upward here are some of the other Star Wars exclusive pops I have in my collection. This one here you're looking at is a Qui-Gon Jinn. It's from the 2017 Galactic Convention, and it can only be obtained at the convention, or a small number can be obtained through various different retail outlets. That one was available at Target, and each Target only got 6 figures, so it was hard to find. That's a Luke from GameStop and a Grand Admiral Thrawn from Toys R Us. Over here we got more Star Wars Galactic Convention exclusive pops. These are from 2019 with the gold chrome finish. Mo from Arizona helped me obtain these from my collection. Continuing down the display here, you'll see more convention exclusive pops there. Predator, Master Chief from Halo, Star Wars and Venom we have right down here, as well as a Walgreens box set exclusive of the Hulk smashing Loki right down here. And moving across this way down here, we have some more different kinds of pops, different kind of exclusive pops, convention exclusive pops down there, as well as some of the horror figure pops you're seeing there. The Entertainment Earth Pennywise, the Jason Voorhees, and the FYE Michael Myers and Pennywise figures down there. And then a couple more convention exclusive and store exclusive Funko Pops there. Here I got a few more Chase figures in my collection. What you're seeing there is a My Pony movie Chase figure. No, I'm not a brony. I don't follow the My Pony collection of figures or anything like that. But like I explained to you, when I find a Chase figure out there, I pick it up from my collection. So I saw that one sitting out there and I picked it up. And above that My Pony Chase, right there, you have a Sub-Zero Chase figure from the Mortal Kombat line. Thank you, Marcel, for hooking me up with that one. Panning left with the camera over here. Right here we have a 8-bit Predator Chase from the Black Friday Funko box. That's a glow-in-the-dark Chase figure, and Santos pulled that one out of the case for me, so thank you, Santos, for that pull. And below that one, we have a Ren and Stimpy Chase figure sitting there that I found. And pulling the camera back up this way, there's a Luke Skywalker Chase on the speeder bike that I found right here. The regular version has Leia on the speeder bike, but the Chase has Luke. And then, again, continuing this way, we see more various kinds of store exclusives, Funkos. These are the DC Jim Lee series from GameStop, Batman, and up here Joker. Pulling the camera over here on this way, you'll see more convention and store exclusive figures in this display right here. A couple Conan pieces there from GameStop. And then moving the camera up this way, again, just more store and convention exclusive figures that I collected, that I added to my collection here from various different series. Again, there's more convention exclusive Funkos there. As most of you are aware, a Funko is a caricature bobblehead of a person or thing made to look cute. If we start moving the camera up, when you make it the figure even cuter, you get what you're seeing there, which are called Dorbs, meaning like adorable. And you'll see, if we continue moving the camera up this way, you'll see more Dorbs that I have in my collection there. Store exclusive Dorbs there. That one you're seeing right there is from the GameStop, or I'm sorry, the Game of Thrones Chase Dorb right there. That one I found at Toys R Us on the shelf. I never really followed Game of Thrones, although I think it's a very cool series, but that one I saw sitting there, so I picked up the Chase. And then moving along there are some more store-exclusive Dorbs and other convention-exclusive Funkos. There's a Boba Fett one from the con. And you got a Yoda holiday exclusive there. That's a Loki Marvel Studios Funko right there. Above that is a DC Superheroes Batman. And this one actually can open up. I'll show you here to show you the contents, the gold Batman. It's a kind of a cross between a Dorb and a Funko, I suppose. Looks more like a Dorb than anything else. And then coming down over here, you got the Dorbs Rides Ghost Rider. Here on the end of this display, I have some other kinds of action figures that are non-Funko. What you're looking at here are some 6-inch NECA horror figures, some recent releases. That right there is a Jason Voorhees release. Above that Jason is the video game Jason figure that you're looking at there, which at one time was a Comic-Con exclusive back in, I think, 2012 maybe or 2013, but eventually got re-released through GameStop. Coming over here, we see another Jason Voorhees figure right here, and below him, down here at the bottom, that is a GameStop exclusive Pennywise figure, only issued through GameStop in the San Diego Comic-Con convention a few years back. And the accessories and sculpt make it exclusive. The balloon, some of the hands and the accessories in the package there, as well as the bloody sculpt of Pennywise, makes it exclusive to, again, GameStop. You can see the picture, the cover right there. It says down there, only available at GameStop. And coming on back up this way, this is a Master Universe 2-pack of Rotar and Twistoid. I think this was a convention exclusive with a small amount available at various retailers, I believe GameStop. And moving up here, you'll see we have another NECA Freddy figure right here, Freddy Krueger figure. And next to Freddy over here, we have Chucky from Child's Play. Once again, I'm a big fan of the 80s classic horror films like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Child's Play. Up top here, we have a Thermal Vision Predator figure up here, and that is a Target exclusive, and I'm a big fan of the Predator film franchise, as you're going to see a lot more Predator figures in my collection. Over here, we got a Rock Candy Grady Twins Fall Convention exclusive. Again, big fan of The Shining. That can only be obtained at the convention with a small number available through Target. Thank you, Tony, for that one, by the way. Above that one, we have a couple of chase figures up here you're going to see. That's a Mortal X Raiden chase figure. You'll see the little Chase logo in the bottom there, Chase sticker. Once again, when I find chase figures out there, I pick them up. And then over here, you'll see a Leaf Shield limited chase edition in the red. Once again, I saw that out there, so I picked it up from my collection, the Leaf Shield chase. Next thing with my Funkos and other action figures are a few sports figures. What you're seeing there is a Corey Crawford action figure with a little mini Corey Crawford inside the package. I have many figures like this in my collection, and I'm a huge fan of the Chicago sports teams, the Blackhawks, the Bulls, the Bears, the Sox, and the Cubs. This over here is a Jonathan Taves figure, again with the little mini Taves figure inside. And right down here we got a 12-inch Patrick Kane figure in that package. You see the top of them there. And again, we're going to see a lot more figures like that in my collection. But there's a couple of Blackhawks figures mixed in with the Funkos. Over here on this display, you'll see some of the Jada Metals in the center of this display. These Jada Metal figures were very popular a few years back, 4 or 5 years ago. They were available through all the different retail outlets, all different kinds. What you're looking at there is a convention/Hot Topic exclusive. And then there's other kinds of exclusives here you'll see. For example, this is a Walmart exclusive Harley Quinn with the sticker on there and the gold deco paint. Again, stores had their own exclusive Jada Metals. I picked it up at Walmart. There was also chase figures. Any of the ones that were unpainted, like that one you're seeing there, that raw, unpainted pewter finish was a chase figure. I found that one at a Walmart in a box back in the day. This one over here actually is labeled. You can see it over here. This Harley Quinn is labeled with the chase. That was, again, unpainted, but I think that's a 4-inch scale figure. Provided to me from my collection by JB from New Hampshire, so thank you, JB. And then down here, got a few Dorbs. Store exclusive Dorbs, a GameStop exclusive one, and a Walgreens exclusive one of Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. And then below that, you see a 1/24 scale Fast and the Furious car. It's Dom's RT Charger in chrome. I kind of use that as a base of this display. I think it's a very cool looking car. What I have set up here is a little Blackhawks display consisting of like game used cards. I put that up after the Blackhawks won their 3rd Stanley Cup in 8 years. Once again, I'm a huge fan of the Chicago sports teams, and I wanted to just pay homage to my Blackhawks with that display. Above here, you'll see a Bears display as well as a Chicago White Sox display. This one's got different, just various Bears pieces in here. That's Scott Podsednik, and a couple other stock stuff up here.